come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago,
I'm doing this Madden
challenge. It was
you win a game with the worst team
in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals.
At least score a touchdown.
Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air.
I say, at least score a touchdown.
Underway from downtown Minneapolis. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I've been playing since 10 o'clock. Still hadn't got a win with the Bengals.
Let's go, 18 Gators.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 29, Finley.
Oh, shit. Oh.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Finley from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his man, Boyd. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Hey, you ain't got to worry. I ain't even got a touchdown with him yet. 6 hours of playing, still hadn't got a touchdown with him yet.
On 1st and 10, Finley eluding the pressure right. He completes it to Boyd. That one goes for 24 yards. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time.
I'm happy.
Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Run coverage excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Finley to throw it. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. Right hash mark of 42.
Oh, and that's all.
Bullock's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing is Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
I hate when that shit happens.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Rudolph on the receiving end from Cousins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I just can't figure out the Bengals defense.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Cousins.
Look at that. They won't even catch it.
That is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down now, it's Cook. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get.
Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick.
Can I score first touchdown of the day? The Bengals. Yeah.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
It took me 6 hours to get one touchdown.
Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Bullet good on the extra point.
I'm happy now. I don't care if I lose 50 to 7. I'm happy now.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
I was playing with the Redskins, but they worse than the Bengals are. I don't care what nobody says.
Taking a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Not on here.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly. But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession. So that didn't bother you too much last time? No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. Now a play fake here on first down. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. 23 yards on the play. There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it? Able to dump it over the top to him. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
Switch out.
On second down, Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. On third down, Cousins. And Diggs has it. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. First down, here's the run with Cook. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Cook, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Now Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Evans coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Nobody does.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Another try after the first down sack. Finley, this one complete to Giovanni Bernard. First half in the books.
My line
You're
ain't
watching
happening
the
at all.
NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime
rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Vigil came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Cousins going deep for Diggs.
Oh, he dropped it.
Wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 3rd and long for Cousins. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Jordan Evans able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Danielle Hunter picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
After the sack on first down, Finley. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, first and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Cousins now from the 50. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. A first run for the backup, Abdullah. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Cousins now. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here third and long. To throw, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be fourth down. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
That'll be taken in the end zone. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play fake. Finley. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Finley. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Wow.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is brought in at the 21. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win call.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins.
Look at that. Look how sweet my guy is.
By Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is.
He clipped the fuck out my guy.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Alabama man, Drake Kirkpatrick. Johnson, the intended target. Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Tackle made by Everson Griffin. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Airing one out for Boyd. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the 2nd half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time, because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there, and a 1st. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run, Cook. Cook with a 1st down and much more. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Cousins. This is caught. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, the ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Cousins on fourth down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals will get the football back. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses that are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Finley wants to throw this thing. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Following the interception, Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. An 18-yard touchdown, Brown, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt.
5 down, stand up there. Where's that? 57, Mike, 57. Where's that?
Cousins. And
Yeah,
it's
you
caught.
serious?
They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead.
11. Bengals 10. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
Ready, break. Drop deep, drop deep. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight.
Here's Finley.
Oh!
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw. Got his man. It's Eifert. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He'll look to throw.
Oh, he got it. What? He got it.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Back of the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right, and then he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. He's back to throw.
Look at that. He didn't even try to stop him.
To the receiver, Thielen. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Thank God. Playing some 10 o'clock shit.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.